Hello! Hi there! So welcome to my humble abode. Today I'm going to be showing you how I YouTube as a full-time YouTuber. A question that I get asked quite a lot is, what software do you use? What cameras do you use? Basically, how do you make the content that you create being a full-time YouTuber? That's exactly what I'm going to be showing you today. This video is sponsored by Licked, which is a music service where you can get record label songs with no hassle. But more on that later. First of all, guys, priority number one is making a cup of tea. Come on in. A cup of tea is the essential part of making creative stuff happening. I have a cup of tea every morning before I go down to my office, and probably another 5 or 6 times throughout the day. What's going to make me feel inspired today? I don't know, hang on. I'll tell you what, I'm feeling a big brew today. And this is the best mug for a big brew. Big old brew. I like my tea kind of strong, and I also like a PG tips. So this is essential YouTuber kit. I like working from home because I like having my home comforts, and I like being around my dog, and you know, you're on your own time. You don't have to worry about other people, but it can get a bit lonely. I try to make sure that I'm not at home all day every day. I need to pop out. I pop out even to do chores. Sometimes I pop out and do shooting out and about town, but a lot of the stuff that I make is... Oh no, that's empty! That's an empty bowl! A lot of the stuff that I make is mostly at home, just because I can. Because, spoiler alert, I've got a studio, which is just at the end of the garden, which when my tea is brewed, we'll be going down to. Tea's made, all the essentials are done. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go to the clubhouse. It's got various different names. The office, it's called the office, the studio, it's called the shed, party shed, clubhouse, and it is at the end of my garden, which is very convenient. Here we go. Welcome to the studio. Oh, I've already got a mug in here from yesterday. I'll put this down so I know to take it back. I'll pour it out. This is where the magic happens. So, I wanted it to be predominantly empty space when I did this office, because I wanted the space to actually film stuff, predominantly fashion content, and I wanted to keep this side of the office really cozy, quite compact. I felt like I was in an actual room. This also does double up as a spare room, so when the spare room is full, this is the other spare room. So hostess with the mostess. I've got my desk at one end, which spells self-explanatory. That's where I do my work. Lovely big desk from IKEA, and I've just decorated the walls. So I feel more at home and comfortable, and B, it makes a nice backdrop, doesn't it? And then this side, we have got my sofa bed from made.com, and it is a sofa bed. This is where I film my videos. But over here, real quick, we have got just empty space, pretty much. I mean, it's got random bits and bobs, but generally, I have all this space to film in. When I do outfits, just do it against this white wall. This is my filming setup. I do most of my main channel chatty videos against here these days. I went for a phase of filming a lot of stuff in my house, but I don't really like doing that because then the house becomes a bit messy. It always seems a bit messy, and there's stuff laying around all the time. And I also think it's nice to separate like this from that. Your house should be your haven. So I've come back to filming in here, and to be honest, I really do prefer it. So my main channel videos, most of the time I film on this camera, which is a 6D Mark II, and the lens that I have on it is a 24 to 70mm, and it's the goes down to 2.8, but it's not a fixed aperture. I've got a little tripod. That's the name of it. It's a Manfrotto. To be fair, this is actually well broken. It works, but it's just not doing its best. I've had it a very long time. So I want to sort of like angle it so the background is interesting, I guess. I like to make sure I've got some of my guitar in, I've got my plants in, got the frames in, and then obviously a nice selection of the chair. And the way I sort of do, I'll turn it on, that would help, wouldn't it? Just sort of get it in the right place to start with, and set the light in. It's still light outside, so I can use predominantly natural light when it's like this. And I'll just put it there, flip the screen round. So then I'll sit down and I'll look at it and I think, actually I really like that angle. can zoom in and out if I want to get more in, but I think there's just a bit too much going on there. And I'll just zoom that in so you can just see my guitar, show his personality rather than darling. And he's still got the plant here, some frames, cushions can go here, and there's enough space here for talking. Sometimes I will need some more light, so I'll grab my lights. These are my lights. You can grab these off Amazon. Like to, whoa, put them here like that. That'll do. That lines it up. So if I do need more light because I'm filming at night time, because this time of year it gets dark really early, but it is what it is. And I still think it looks quite, I just probably need to make it look a little darker. It's still not that bad really. I think that's quite good. Then I have this little guy. What could it be? It's a stool, but I use this for my microphone. So when I'm shooting main channel videos, I really like the audio to predominantly be very crisp, very clear. I just like the idea of people being able to listen to it in the background like they'd be listening to a podcast. So I put this here, and then this is a H4n Pro Zoom. Now, I used to use these at uni, and when I bought this, I got it probably a year or so ago. I felt like I was having a blast from the past. It's got like inputs where you can plug other microphones in. I haven't used it for that, but it's very good at recording audio. If it's got a protector on it, like microphones have the foamy bit, like the fuzzy thing. I've seen some really cool YouTubers use these for loads of things. Dodie Clark, she uses this for all of her like singing stuff. So it's a bloody good microphone. So I'll just put it on here, like that, and then that's that. Got an SD card in there, SD card in here, and then to sync up the sound, all you need to do is clap. That's how they do it in the movies, baby. If I'm filming something at that end of the room, I'll just bring the lights with me, bring the tripod with me, point in that direction. So currently I'm using an Olympus OMD EM5 Mark II to film this video on, and it's like a little SLR, very good for filming, and it's got a very nice lens. Other cameras that I have in my collection, it's quite embarrassing. Got a whole GoPro drawer here, and I have the GoPro 7 Hero Black, and just a bloody load of accessories. The G7X, which is the vlogger's bible. Oh, here we are. The Olympus OMD M5 Mark II, a broken one. This is the graveyard of my cameras, this drawer, basically. G7X, G7X, G5X. These are all great for daily vlogging and just doing casual kind of vlogs. The reason why I've got so bloody many is they don't last long. And when you're using them every single day and you're chucking them in and out of your handbag and you're just throwing them around, living your life, they get messed up very quickly. They're the things that I use day to day. It's always handy to have little lights for if you're out and about. That is basically it. That is sort of what I use. Another thing that I forgot to mention, which is really essential for being a YouTuber, wearing a nice top and then strappy bums on the bottom. And I wear my Birkenstocks with socks. Why not be comfortable? I'm working at home. I can wear whatever the hell I like. Nice top, slumpy bottoms. The software that I use to edit video is Final Cut Pro 10. I learned how to use Final Cut Pro when I was at uni, and then they made it way more like user-friendly and kind of a consumer product rather than like an editor's tool, because it was pretty old. Not old, but like scary looking. So I use Final Cut Pro to edit my videos on, and after a while, super easy, drag and drop, bits and bobs, here we go. I'm currently editing a weekly vlog. These can take, depending on how long they are, they can take a while. 2 to 3 hours for a weekly vlog these days. Depends how much crap I've been talking. And then for music, there's a really great option called Licked. So they're the sponsor of this video, and I think it's a really great product. So you go onto their website, it links up to a YouTube channel, and there's a ton of songs on here that you can use. This allows you to get label music on your videos, because currently if you want label music for your videos, you have to go through label, and that can be an expensive and lengthy process. Bit of a ball ache, to be honest. These guys, they sort it all out for you. Their mission is to get all labels and publishers involved. That means creators like me or like yourself can get music really super easily. So for a fraction of your AdSense, you can basically use songs that no one else were able to use because, well, they couldn't, current songs, and also new songs are added every single day. So they've basically made it easier and more affordable for you to be able to use record label music. I like that. I've picked that song. That was Ripper Rattle Rock by Snake Rattlers. Download track. Yeah! Okay, so that's being downloaded. It's a pay-as-you-go service, but you can only use one track per, like, on one YouTube video. So if I was to download this, put it in my vlog, I could only use it in that vlog. But what happens is when you upload it to YouTube, Lict's software magic basically automatically clears the copyright claim for you, so it's all good, which I think is a really great thing, especially if you're getting like really cool songs to use, because sometimes you go like free songs or royalty free songs and some of them are really lame. So I will put that in my video when I'm editing it. So yeah, once that's been edited, I will then do things like add color grades. I actually make my own color grades now in Lightroom. I've been YouTubing for about 8 or 9 years now. I did not have any of this stuff sort of figured out back then. So I always get asked by people how to start a channel, how to become big on YouTube, how to kind of make it. And to be honest, I know times have changed quite a lot. The demand or the expectation is a lot higher, but I honestly, I think you just start somewhere. Get a camera, get yourself a laptop or a little computer with some editing software on it. Like, there's loads of different softwares out there that you can use to just piece videos together. Just start doing stuff that you really enjoy making. One of the most important things is being interesting or having something to offer. So even if you've got like thousands and thousands of pounds of camera equipment or software or computers, if there's nothing going on in terms of being entertaining or informative, there's no point. I think people fall in love with people, and people like listening to stories and for experiences that people have to tell and to offer. I think at the end of the day, I can sit here and show you everything that I use, every way that I edit, and you could replicate that if you're interested. Actually, at the end of the day, and this is gonna sound really corny, it's what's in here that counts. My advice would be just be yourself and be happy doing something that you're passionate about and something that you feel that you could see yourself doing for some time, and the rest of it will follow, you know? That was it. That's just a general little insight into my kind of life, my day, my studio. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. Thanks for Lict for sponsoring me. Really cool service, and I shall see ya soon.